Hope you can show up for a little later, but, you know, stuff happens. Hey, Robo. Kinda took my time starting tonight. I somewhat forgot to check some stuff. Hey, random. Yeah, it's fairly late where I am. I do these streams at like 2 in the morning because it's about the only time I have some semblance of a stable connection. For some reason. I'm just gonna readjust my microphone a little bit more. Okay, I hope the adjustment wasn't too terrible. I'm trying to keep it, you know, both in a decent position and not too. Yeah, TC, it is third and first person. You can choose, although it forces you into third person if you want to do melee, and I would not want to use the guns in third person. It's fucking awful. Let's see. Right, I was gonna do the food review one. And there's the... Looks like all of my, Okay, I guess I... Oh, that's also in Hollywood, but it's just listed as downtown for some reason. As usual with this game. Hey, White Wolf. Yeah, you're a tiny bit late, but most of the people who got here before you are leaving. Oh, looked like a shadow or something. Yeah.
Hop in.
My opinion on Emulation. It's great. I mean, it is preferable to have the original in some cases. Certain things like, say, the Nintendo 64 or a lot of arcade machines are very hard to emulate. But... What the hell is that? Of course it stops ringing when I go up to it. But Emulation is a great, in other cases, it can really improve on the original. Yeah, some games just do not emulate well. And, you know, as emulators get better, and as computers get more powerful, it becomes easier and easier to run everything. There was something about how to perfectly emulate a game, you need a computer that's... To perfectly emulate an NES, you basically need a supercomputer. So, because you're using hardware to imitate software, and it's actually somewhat ridiculous. Wasn't this the cafe that I had to go to? Cafe Cavaletti? Oh, I guess maybe he's outside? This guy.
More flatbread and olive oil. And take back this Chardonnay and open up a Chianti. Let it breathe for 20 minutes and then bring it out with a ziti. Okay?
Oh, I just wanted to...
Wanted to know what? Interrupt me while I'm working? Do you understand that this is an important opening, and I, emphasize I, am going to make or possibly break this restaurant?
Who exactly are you to feel you have so much power?
Me, Tommy Flayton, the food authority of Los Angeles, food critic for the biggest paper on the West Coast, radio personality for the KTLK, Chower Hour. Maybe if I reviewed more Pancake Huts, you'd know me.
Ooh. Well, the 3DS isn't as powerful as the PS2. At least, not in some ways. Oh yeah, Dolphin is the pinnacle of emulation. Both Wii and GameCube. It is absolutely amazing. I keep meaning, and also, you know, I've got a few Wii controllers lying around. I keep meaning to get an adapter for my computer to work as a light gun setup. Because honestly, I used to play a ton of light gun shooters, and I just really miss that sort of stuff. Just a man I wanted to talk to.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
Isn't it in your best interest to pan this place? You've got a reputation to keep.
How so?
I saw that. You're becoming the joke of the food world. You'll give anything a good review.
Now that you mention it, the gnocchi was a bit cold, and the ravioli might have been store-bought. Also, the decorum's a bit lacking, isn't it? This place is just an overpriced cafeteria. No stars. Yes.
Wow.
I'm going to write a review that
was
will
easy.
destroy this restaurant.
Good. Excellent. Do I get paid for this, or... Better check your email. Good. Okay. And... Ginger Swan is a deceased movie star, and there's that database of movie stars in the Internet Cafe. Right. Oh yeah, PCSX2 has issues. It's not the worst emulator I've ever used. But it takes a little tweaking to get things running. It takes a little tweaking to get certain things running properly. Like, I can get Soul Calibur 3 running mostly fine. Is it this one? Yes. Ginger Swan. Maybe that would be S through Z?
I beg your pardon.
Swan, a name synonymous with beauty and glamour to this day, was a great celebrity of the late 40s and early 50s. Her credits included such movies as Gilded Hummingbirds and When No Means Yes. After her passing in 1954, she was interred in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery Mausoleum. Okay then. Okay, now I kind of want to go take a look at who Zed Lungfish is. Yeah, a lot of the time, yeah, I usually just default to PCSX2. It's the one that really has the most work put into it. Oh wait, no, that was G through M. Oh, come on. The Lungfish, infamous for his onstage debauchery during his concerts, owns and operates the crematorium here in Hollywood. What the fuck were you doing there? How old is this game? 13 years old. No, 14 years old now. It came out in 2004. Streaming does hurt performance a little bit, especially with emulators because they are very processor heavy. One of the things about emulators is they're not really able to take advantage of graphics cards very well. So as a result, they are most of them are almost entirely processor dependent. That's not to say that all of them are like that, but it's a general truth. I can agree with that. It's a kind of stupid phrase. It is a stupid turn of phrase. And it's going to disappear after a little while. Ooh. Yeah, 32-bit OSs tend to be something of a mess. And honestly, it's somewhat baffling that they still... It's somewhat baffling that they still make... that they still make 32-bit OSs. They really shouldn't. Windows 7 Family. I'm assuming that's basically a Windows 7 Lite version. Oof. That would have to be a 32-bit OS. I have been in creepier video game cemeteries. I've been in creepier real cemeteries. Ginger Swan, Ginger Swan. Honestly, Robo, at this point, I would say pirate Windows. It's not hard to do at all, and, well, you can get a version of Windows that isn't a complete mess. Horror tape. A battered video cassette. The labeling is cheap and worn. You can barely make out Devil Spawn Flesh Feast 1, and the logo, which appears somewhat like DMP. It appears the tape has changed hands more than a few times. Sure. Yeah, Linux is great random, but it has its issues. I mean, you have to use Wine for a lot of games. Although, there has been some stuff about how some stuff is actually running better on Wine than it is on actual Windows, which I find kind of hilarious. I'm not a big fan of Windows 10, quite honestly. I still run Windows 7. And I hope it has the long, long lifetime that XP had. I fully expect it to, given how many people refuse to update to 10. That is a good choice. I know a lot of people have their computers set to dual boot. Have like Linux for regular use and then Windows for gaming. Things like that. It's not a bad choice. What criminal violation? And those cops just appeared. Nobody still uses Windows 8. Nobody used Windows 8 when it was still a thing. Windows 8 was a mess. Now then, jewelry store. No, the jewelry store was over this way, I think. That's, yeah. I mean, I can understand why feeding on people would be a criminal violation, but I kind of figured feeding on rats would just be one of those no one cares, you're a weirdo in Hollywood. There are a lot of weirder things in Hollywood. Yeah, 10, in some aspect, it fixed some aspects of 8. But I used it for a little while and overall did not like it. There's also the whole issue of it continually resetting all the telemetry stuff every time an update goes through, no matter what you do to it.
Don't have it, do you?
All this for a tape? They have a thing called online
I
shopping
doubt
now.
you'd find this, and I apologize if I was overly imperious before. A reflex action. I get a lot of young blood in here forgetting their place. I'll assist you as reasonably as I can with your task. But first, this tape. I'm in a hurry to find out what's behind all the hype, so get comfortable. I do have a feeling that whatever's here may be of use to both of us. It's more disturbing than I was led to believe. You can understand my concern now, can't you?
Oh, yes. How very disturbing.
It just so happens that around the time this snuff film started circulating, the Nosferatu disappeared. I tried to elicit their help in tracking down the source, and for the first time in all these years, I was dismayed by their absence.
So you think this tape has something to do with their disappearance?
I assume it does. It's awfully coincidental otherwise. And those creatures. I don't know how many professional FX houses could pull those off. There's a problem, though, in that the film's incomplete. The first half is damaged. We need a complete copy.
Okay, where do we find a better copy?
Behind the spit-shine gloss of the Hollywood Dream Factory, there's another city churning out a vile byproduct for the furtive consumption of a debauched audience. I have no doubt the film's found its way to another smut peddler. I'd ask around.
Fine. Asher, this is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. The scariest game I've ever played. I'm not actually sure. I tried playing Cry of Fear a long time ago.
Sorry,
and had something of a fright in the first few levels of that. Stock the fuck up on ammo? Let's see how much I have right now. Let's see, that's 49 shots for my handgun, 48 for my shotgun, and 127 for my Braddock. I think I'm good. Also, this is me, DCP. I'll be fine. Let's see. Talk to smut peddlers in Hollywood. Asshole or Adult XXX? They both sound... One of them is a clear innuendo, but I don't know if that's actually what they were going for. And the other literally has XXX on the sign. Oh, Metro 2033 was a lot of fun. I'm not sure I would call it horror, though. I did have some tense moments in the library towards the end. I played Fear. That was fun. That was more action than than horror, though.
Hey, you slick. The
Were you?
name's Flynn. I'm the proprietor of this here establishment. Anything you want, you can get at the sin bin. Depraved ain't a four-letter word here. You know what I'm talking about?
You're right. Yeah, no.
Hey, you. Hands in plain view, eh? Let's keep 'em above the waist there, pal. What can I do for you, slick?
Got a few questions for you.
What do you want to know?
Ever hear of Death Mask Productions?
Those guys? Yeah, I heard of them. Why do you want to know?
They have a tape that they made, and I'm trying to find out if it's real.
A tape? You mean the tape? You've got a copy of it? Have you seen it?
Yeah, actually, the game that terrified me the most might have been Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Most of the game is fine and very much my thing. I have not beaten it because of the fucking mine level. I hate that level. It's just flat out not fun. That's right, what of it?
Look, man, get the hell out of here, all right? I don't want any part of that scene. I hear people seeing that tape ain't been coming home for dinner. I don't deal in that kind of stuff anyway, so just take it somewhere else.
Right. Look, I need to find them. Where are they?
Get it, man. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Huh? What? Who are they? Seriously, get the hell out of here.
You won't tell me anything?
No way, man. Now either you buy something or get out of here.
Later. Huh. Not mime level. Mine level. There is an old abandoned mine that you have to go into. And for the first part, it's very much like the rest of the game. But then you go into this lower level where there's a maze. And you have to wander through this maze in a certain way and trigger something. I can't remember, it's been a while. The game kind of warns you, but also doesn't really, that there is a evil zombie miner that is hunting you the moment you step into the mine. And it is not fun to run into that thing. If you're not expecting it. The onioning, that sounds interesting. Resident Evil 4 was a lot of fun. That also had a really that also had a section that really freaked me out a bit. The regenerators were not a fun fight. Just flat out not a fun fight. The first one, DCP.
Hey there, need a date?
Try this place. Yeah, it was, that level took me by surprise, given, you know, the whole rest of the game. Okay, so this is just a crappy bar.
Just back off.
Out of my way. Fucking dumb shit. I want to get out of here.
Buy a watch. Buy a watch.
Come on.
No.
There we go. What's this? Oh yeah, the regenerators are a joke when you have the Chicago typewriter. Or the infinite rocket launcher. But first playthrough, they're pretty fucking unpleasant. Do I like 4chan? I have no real opinion on the place. I mean, It's not my usual hangout, but a lot of good content comes from there. A lot of shitty content comes from there. There's gotta be somewhere else here. Maybe that fast buck place? Oh, it's the Iron Giant. I didn't even notice that. The Red 9 had to be my favorite gun. Most of 4chan's bad rap is because of Pole. You can't forget about them if you're talking about why they've got a bad reputation. Pole Harbor has to be one of the funniest things in their history. Where the mods got sick of them, so instead of screwing them over, so instead of banning the community, they let the rest of the site who already hated them just have a field day. You got a few questions?
What do you want to know?
Flynn, I need to find Death Mask Productions.
Forget it, man. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Let's talk cash.
Cash? Well, that changes things a little. But we're talking about some pretty hot info here. Underground stuff, you know. Like the kind of info that $500 might get you.
I'm trying to tell if that twitch in his eye is intentional or bad animation. There is a wereshark later on, from what I know. Yeah, Pole would be really funny if most of them weren't serious. Like, I know a person who legitimately got all of his news there and considered it a legitimate news source. And it's fucking fascinating. Yeah, all I know is that PJ has been going on about a wereshark. I asked around in Discord, and apparently it shows up in Chinatown, which is like the last area in the game. So that's gonna be fun. Fine.
Okay. Look, all I know is that a guy calls on the payphone down the street every once in a while. He'll say something like, "The moon is a terrible mistress," or some creepy shit like that.
Okay, and then what?
And then all you have to say is, "Who walks the night with demons of dread?" Supposedly you'll be told where to meet the guy to pick up product. I don't know for sure. I never tried it. It scared the shit out of me.
Cool. Thanks for the info. Don't walk home alone tonight.
Hey, wait. Look, you might as well know this. Word on the street is that they didn't even make the video. They're just distributing it. No one even knows where it comes from. I'm telling you, man. Whatever you're in, get out of it now.
I wish I could. I wish I could, but I'm in for good. It's more than a shark. It's more than a were.
The moon is a mysterious mistress.
The phone just fucking teleported back onto the wall. Who walks with the demons
Lucky
of
Star
dread?
Motel, room 2. Don't be long.
I'll be there. Lucky Star, that's this way. Boss fight. We've seen how that goes. Wait, I missed something. Some girl in a ramen shop? Okay. Yeah, that is probably, yeah, that sounds like PJTC. No, the boss fights in this game can legitimately be pretty rough, but I have something of a tendency to completely bullshit my way through them. Hence, the bullshit wizard. Let's see. Room 2. Let's go with... You know, this is close quarters. Let's just go with the fire axe. Oh, Internet cafe key. Yeah, games break around me, but in my favor. Or really, I should say, games break around me in the weirdest ways. Like, I tend to experience issues with no prior... Issues in, like, 2-decade-old games with no prior, documentation and no, you know. Oh, cool, creepy music. Fun. Okay, no problem so far. Wow, that's just a physics object. Boring. I wonder if I can do damage to something by throwing a trash can at it. Let's find out. Nope. This is going rather well so far. There's probably another one around this corner. I don't think I can loot people. But I will take a look. Yeah, no, I can't loot people. No what? What did I do? Good thing I have blood buff. Oop. There is the complete tape. It's fucking stuck there. What? Is it? Better safe than sorry. Nope. Well, it's alive, maybe? Huh? You know. Oh. Screw it. Ooh. I'll take it. There will be no pretty poses from me, Trout Man. Come on. Stay still. Stay still, buddy. Nope. No, still. There. No. What? I said still. Come on. You know what still means, don't you? That's what still means. See? Isn't that so much better? Where'd your buddy go? Oh, it's the function keys. I hate it when games do that. Oh, hey. I'll just give it a minute to heal. I have never played Superman 64, and I never intend to. See you later, Robo. I will switch back to the fire axe. Hey, Eli. I've slept on a bed like that before. Not really fun.
Oh, Jesus, man, what the fuck is going on up there? Dead, everyone slaughtered. Oh, God. Shh. Don't make any noise. They'll hear us.
Who the hell are you? Do you work for DMP?
Yeah, me, no. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm with DMP. You 5-0?
The hell is going on? Those are the same things on your tape.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't make that shit. One of the guys stole it, found it in the creepy house in the hills. We just copied it and put our names on it. Worse than anything we ever did. Worst thing I ever saw.
Yeah? What goes on down here? Parcheesi?
Some of it, yeah, it was bad, but, no one ever really mattered. Junkies, runaways, mostly doing them a favor.
This must be what they call poetic justice.
Please, just get me out of here. Oh, no. Ah!
What? Oh, cool. No, not on a snuff bed, but on an angled, spring mattress similar to that. One that was, leaning up a bit. Yeah, they were making snuff movies. Like, actual murder stuff. I probably would've... I'm actually a little sad the thing jumped down on his head. Might have been fun to kill him. House in the Hills, huh? What, is that Grout's mansion? See you later, random. I own some pretty bad games. Oh. Hey guys. Come on. There we go. That's what I wasn't swinging for a moment. Oh, fuck. Not that it matters. Doors, once again, foiling my plans. A better question is, why does any set not have a zebra on it, Troutman? Right. House in the hills.
Going somewhere?
Yes. Just drive. Okay, maybe not. Let's just go talk to them. Let's just go talk to our Toreador friend, who is in the other direction. That game was a mess. No, this is the wrong direction. I know I need to talk to the jewel guy. I'm just, you know, bumbling about as usual. Bumbling around aimlessly tends to be what I do. Even when I know where I'm supposed to go, I don't always know how to get there. In fact, I rarely know how to get there. I don't know how I get anywhere in life.
Any luck?
Yep, and those things are real.
Then this is no doubt the work of a fiend. Hand me the tape. There might be something on it that will give us some insight into what its motives are.
Yeah, I know to check my emails. It's just that I've been doing this quest in Hollywood, so, you know. Could you really not see those in that light? And seriously, was all we missed was walking into the house? I really thought that was supposed to be Mazer.
The house in the tape. I know it. It's in the hills. King's Way, if I'm not mistaken. My guess is that the fiend that made this tape is using these creatures to hound the Nosferatu, which would explain their sudden absence.
Something
They're
of a...
trapped. Well, it's unfortunate.
Something
that
of a
the
logic
prince
jump,
needs
but
to see the
okay.
Nosferatu, because it looks like this fiend knows how to get at them, and I doubt he's going to draw a map for you. Looks like King's Way is your only way in, unfortunately.
Sure.
I can have a car drop you off when you're ready. If I don't hear from the Nosferatu within the next few nights, I'll tell LaCroix he's going to need a new leading man and march a few of my own troops up the hill to finish the job.
Well, thank you.
If I may give you one final word of warning, do not trust LaCroix. Do not play the damned politics of the Camarilla. This city hasn't needed them in a long time, and won't ever.
Who should I
That's
trust?
for you to decide. I only know who you can't trust.
I'll remember that. I like this guy. Of course the walls are made of skin. So I need to go... What? I need to go clear a house out of people who are still following that weird hoodie hands vine trend.
Where to?
Is that still a thing?
What's the hops, bro? Nice night out, huh?
I'll keep that in mind. I already told her to shoot people in the head. Which is always... That is always a good solution. Okay, good. You didn't stick someone in the bathroom again. Thank you.
Master?
Alright, let's check my email. Ooh, 2 unread. Your assistance was much appreciated in regards to the werewolf blood. Please find your payment in the mailbox if you haven't already done so. Didn't it say 2 unread? Ow. It can only show 10 at a time, of course. See you later, TC. Alright, recently read Mr. Flayton's scathing review of the Cavaletti Cafe in the Sun, and I must tell you that I'm extremely happy with his conclusions. You have done well. Please accept the payment I've left for you in your mailbox. We will, no doubt, be seeing each other soon. Cool. Lovely. And I should probably level up. I've gotten a fair amount of experience. Yeah, I've really gotten a fair amount of experience. Blood salvo, maybe? I think I'm good with that. I don't really need Auspex. I don't really have any use for it. There, and I guess, yeah, I'll save that up a little and then bump melee again. Yeah, I'll check to see if I can get the room.
Hey, buddy, go your own way.
I keep thinking that alley's gonna lead me back to the other side of the... But no, it's the other one.
No.
So I guess that's everything done in Santa Monica. That's also in Hollywood, right? So I need to do the Kingsway thing.
Need a ride?
Yep. 609 Kingsway. Is that someone badly imitating a cat? Yes, that is someone badly imitating a cat. Yep, your insomnia is all my fault. Lots of empty pools. My guess is that they just didn't really know how to handle water. There's still a quest in downtown? Oh, I meant to go to downtown and check. Huh? What the? Flies, okay, so something's rotting. Nope. Something is here somewhere. Probably. Maybe? Climb up vines. Okay. Ah. I didn't even think those were... That's one thing I really hate, when games make something like that climbable, but don't properly indicate that it's climbable. Like, I don't mean make it glow or give you a quest marker or something, but like... point it out. What is it with you and the zebra? I am not surprised. Even this is made of people? This surprisingly normal looking bed? The couch is a person? I can definitely see this being made of people. The vase is a person. Okay, so the walls bleed. Cool. There's the stairs. There. I suppose you could. I guess I can't get through there. What the fuck?
What is that? Smell.
What the fuck?
Cursed Tremere, blood hangs heavy on the air. Young, too. Squirming larva of the wretched brood who stole their immortality. Tell me, child, are you scared? Do I frighten you? Is my knowledge of you unnerving?
Not particularly.
Oh, child of Cain. The sights in this haven pale in comparison to my ancestral estate. Comfort is a custom, and all of this artifice brings me closer to my home. Do not fear for my furniture, young one.
So you're the one who made the tape.
Oh, yes. The tape. Merely a test. Certainly not intended to fall into mortal hands. Fortunately, we are in the capital of mortal trickery and illusion. So did the tape drive you to find me? From whence flows your longing, child?
Yeah, I'm longing to kick your ass. What the hell is this all about?
Gouge out the eyes of the Camarilla. The sewers are clogged with my creations. I will kill or drive the Nosferatu from their pestilent nests. Without the sewer rats to guide them, the Camarilla will be blind to the Sabbat's designs.
Ah, cool. So you're one of the Sabbat, and this is your plan.
It is not for me. It's for the will of the Sabbat. The Camarilla is stunted, dead and festering in the womb. Good only as pawns of the fathers. Even now, they answer the call of the Ancient and seek to free him from his torpor.
The Ancient?
He slumbers within the Ankaran sarcophagus. One of the fathers whose return shall hearken the reckoning. Gehenna is at hand, and the Camarilla are unwittingly speeding us all toward our doom.
On the one hand, I really want to cut to the chase and kill him. On the other hand, I get the feeling I'll get more experience if I hear him out.
Blessed creatures. I have broken through.
Don't
their
encourage him,
mortal
White Wolf.
crust
He might actually
and
try it.
drawn from them their greatest strength, mutability. I coax bone, weave flesh, and lay sinew tight until it strains to lash out.
Okay. Where did you get the raw materials?
Illegals, mongrels, half-bloods, and caitiff, the bane of society, kindred and kin. They are as of little consequence to authority as they are to me. It is a culling of sorts.
I'm not saying that one.
Perhaps, but they are exquisitely functional. Still, there's an uncanny elegance to even this, my most mercenary of designs.
Must have been a lot of work.
Not too much for those of us able to give the gift of metamorphosis, young one. I know you have a cold appreciation for the aesthetic of my creations.
No.
I see awe and longing in your eyes.
No. Yeah, you see the... Good.
Now, Camarilla whelp, let me see you fight your nature in the face of those who have embraced their beast. Deny yourself Cain's gifts and be torn asunder by my minions.
You asked for this. Right. Seems like right about time to use the shotgun. Oh. No, I'm sticking with the fire axe. Okay, if it'll just let me. Come on, buddy. There you are. Oh, come on. pleasant in this fight. I might actually stick with my revolver. Just because I need to shoot him. I want to kill him, but... Oh, come on. Come on, you stupid game. Come on. Yeah, I'm just going to skip the fucking dialogue next time. He's just really obnoxious, honestly. Yeah, really? All the way back here, huh? Okay. Blood salvo is disappointing. Yeah, on the one hand, it wasn't so much that I didn't have enough ammo, it was just that they were a little, you know. Yeah, I suppose you did miss quite a bit. Yeah, last night I was playing, what's it called? Oh, I had blood packs. That would have been useful to remember. Last night I was playing Shadowrun, and, from now on I'm going to be alternating games. So next time I stream I'll be doing more Shadowrun, and then more, what's it called? More, Vampire. And so on until I finish one of the games.
Need a ride?
Yeah, I suppose it is Primogen time. I'd meant to go see him, you know, before I went to Kingsway anyway, so, yeah. It's not really a huge loss. The house was fairly easy to get through. Really, it's only just, you know, mildly annoying.
Hello, neonate. How can I be of assistance?
Well, I'm doing just fine, Talimi. How are you?
Of course.
Right, I have a few
What
questions.
is it you would like to know?
What do you know about the
No more
sarcophagus?
than yourself. But I do know that LaCroix is much too focused on acquiring it. His obvious need for it reveals a weakness that his enemies may one day exploit.
Fair enough. What do you think is inside
I
it?
do not know, although I must admit that I sense a change in the night air, something subtle and not altogether pleasant. Perhaps the arrival of the sarcophagus.
I swear
is
I've
the
been through this
harbinger of
conversation
something
before.
more dreadful.
Like what?
I will say no more.
Alright, I have a few
What is
more
it you would like to
questions.
know?
More questions
Surely.
about the Camarilla.
What else would you like to know?
Why aren't the Anarchs in the Camarilla?
The Anarchs feel that they don't need the structure and discipline of the Camarilla. I feel that they pose a threat, both to those loyal to the Camarilla and to themselves. Most are mere children and need our guidance.
An interesting observation.
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Are all vampires part of the
No.
Camarilla?
There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla. And the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them.
Mm-hmm.
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Something else I needed.
What is it you would like to know? Of course.
No?
What is it?
Oh, come on. So I still don't have the house. A quest in the fenced-in area? I will check it out. I will take all the quests I can achieve. Quests mean experience and money, and experience and money mean good things. Fenced-in area. That was, what, over here, I think? This one? Oh, this doesn't look suspicious. I kind of wish this game had a...
Help me! Help me! It's got them. It's coming for me now. It's coming for me.
What? Okay, what's coming? Who are you?
My crew, we were here shooting for my show. I'm a parapsychologist. Haunted LA. Oh God, it was right behind me. We've got to get out of here.
What's behind you?
Look, I'll level with you. We usually fake these things, you know, ghosts. That's all bullshit. We were setting up downstairs, and weird shit started happening. My crew, they all started disappearing. I don't know what's happening.
Yep. I'll go see if I can find them.
We've got to get out. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay, buddy. So I guess this used to be a hospital of some description. Hmm.
No, I didn't see that. No, never happened. None of it.
Hmm. Whoa. Is there a staircase or... Oh, there we go. Yeah, this works. I love source engine physics. Ooh. Right, come on. Come on. There we go. I'll just set you down here out of the way. Okay. Never mind. Make that right back up here. Come on. Damn physics objects. Damn physics objects that really shouldn't be physics objects. Oh yeah, because this was a great place to film, guys. I mean, in all honesty, it kind of was. But still. OCD vampire would certainly be interesting. I'm surprised. Would that be a Malkavian? Because the Malkavians usually have various forms of mental disorders. So I could certainly picture a Malkavian with OCD. Like, severe OCD. Like, wash your hands until they bleed OCD. I wish I had a flashlight. I can't tell if the great item part is sarcastic, but I'll do this for the experience points. Neither am I. I know very little about. Oh, were you the one who was spamming? Yeah, of course I banned you. I do not take kindly to spam. Weapons not... The fuck do you mean weapons not allowed? Great.
Real terror is not the sight of death. It is the fear of death. What is the fear of death? Terror of the unknown. Is it these eyes you peer into? No, I am not the unknown. You and I are closer kin than you and it were.
Me and it? And what are you?
Drinking blood to sustain your death. You are damned, yes? What if, besides the blood of the living, you had to eat pounds of their flesh to maintain that thin facade of life? What would you call it? Twice damned?
Sounds about right. I don't kill to stay alive, though. You have to eat human
We
flesh?
drink blood. I eat flesh. Kine eat food. But kine think us a monster. Without remorse, they would burn our body twice over to be certain we were destroyed. What is unnatural for some is vital for others.
And who are you?
My birth name I tell no one. You may address me as Pisha. Pisha was the name of my companion and lover in a time before my death, 230 years ago. She has no need of it anymore.
Fair enough. And why are you living in a condemned building?
My stay in this city is transitory. I seek relics of the occult traced here and would trade similar artifacts to acquire them. But if you wish to bargain with me, the kine upstairs must be sent down here. He has seen too much.
Yeah, he won't come down here. He won't come down here. He's scared out of his mind.
Tell him this was all a ruse. His friends playing a joke. He will come. He must come down here. If he leaves, the frail disguise we wear for mortals will be seen through.
And you're gonna eat him?
Eventually.
Yeah, fine. I'd really prefer not to, but he's kind of a dick anyway. And I'll probably get in trouble with the Camarilla if I don't. Come on. Well, that's disappointing. That's insanely disappointing. Oh. No. And no. Great. Gotta figure out how the fuck I get out of here. Oh, fucking hell. No going back that way. And, oh my fucking god, of course. There we go. Wonderful. This is going swimmingly. Absolutely swimmingly. A vent in her room? Oh, there it is. Ah, shit. There we go. Oof. Oh, where'd he go? Buddy. Where are you? I'm totally not gonna send you to your death. Now, assuming he is back in there. Hey. Oh, on the floor. Why did I pick this up? Business card. Haunted LA. Simon Milligan. Skyline Apartments, Apartment 1. Cool. Okay, I'm used to my spine popping. I'm not used to my chest popping. That was uncomfortable. And mildly nerve-wracking.
Good evening to you all.
I was really hoping that I'd be able to jump on top. Now I can jump on top of the car. I think the viewer counter on Restream just broke again. Right. Apartment 1, he said. I don't believe I was called an officer. I don't look like an officer. Let's avoid the broken elevator. And take the incredibly suspicious seeming ventilation shaft. Buddy. Where are you? I know you're in here.
You're from the hospital.
Hello.
But my crew, are they?
It was a joke. They're all waiting for you in the hospital basement. Funny guys.
Really? A joke? A joke, right? Oh, real funny. Oh, you got me good. I'm going to hurt some people very badly.
I feel really sorry for this guy now. I don't really think I needed the masquerade redemption. Oh, right. Alright, I was gonna do that, and then I need one more for another point in melee. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to take the elevator. The elevator is terrifyingly glitchy. And clearly not a masked loading screen, given that you can just walk up to the apartments. It would make so much more sense if they just had a staircase? Or something? Really, the bugs in this game are just baffling. Most of them have no reason to exist. Now I should probably talk with the black market guy. I think I've got a few things to sell.
My man, what is up?
Need to do some shopping. Right. I thought I sold this to the up here. I don't know. A lot of these have. Huh. I didn't even realize I had some of this stuff. I mean, it's good stuff to have, but I didn't know I had it. Yeah, game design can be really weird. I just want to double check my current stream status, since Restream is being very odd. It's supposed to tell me how many people are watching on both platforms. Usually it does. Sometimes it decides not to, for whatever reason. I don't know. Well, I'm doing just fine, Eli. How are you?
The kind's fate was sealed the moment he entered. Do not waste time debating the morality. If a man walks into a tiger's domain, it may result in his being devoured. So it has.
Right. And these artifacts.
The Museum of Natural History housed one. Of that, I'm certain. I did investigate the grounds, but I have concluded it was stolen along with that sarcophagus.
You mean this thing?
Yes. This is genuine and of use to me. There is something resonating from it. A whisper. I will give you this in trade. It is known as the Odious Chalice. It swells with spilled blood and offers its bloat to its owner.
Ooh, lovely. Great. Number of blood points stored. Huh. The perverse creation of Tzimisce Fleshcrafter. Isn't that the guy who I'm trying to kill? This abomination is forced to live a tortured eternity in servitude to the damned. As you kill enemies, the chalice will fill with their blood. Oh, lovely. That is a very useful item. Oh, come on. Right, I think I'm going to take one more crack at that King's Way place, and if it doesn't go my way this time, I'm probably going to call it a night. if it does go my way, I'll probably go for quite a while longer. Hell, if it doesn't go my way, I'll probably keep going anyway, but I'll tell myself that I'll stop. I am very surprised that that hasn't happened yet, White Wolf. Yeah. By next time I stream, I really should make an overlay so that I don't have to keep moving the chat every time I stream. Wait. This way. And where's my axe? There we go. Hopefully it'll collect the blood of these weird things. Hey Shaka, welcome to the chat. Oh, yes, saving is a very good idea. Thank you for reminding me, DCP. These things really do just remind me of that weird trend for a while where people would put on a hoodie, bunch themselves up inside it, and then put their legs through the armholes. Or the sleeves. Sleeves is the word I'm looking for. Yes, Eli, this is Vampire the Masquerade. That sound effect sounds really familiar. The one where they take damage, not the death scream. It sounds incredibly familiar. Ooh, blood. Blue blood pack. Huh. Interesting, because human blood is never blue. The whole blue inside the body is a myth. Yeah, right. And I'm probably gonna skip his dialogue this time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. To Gao. It is not. He slump. Black. Illegal. Perhaps. Revulsion is in.
Yeah, I long to separate your head from your body. You asked for this. And this time I actually know for a fact that I have some blood that I can use instead of dying horribly because I'm an idiot. Come on, swing the goddamn axe. What am I? Let's go with the Elder Vitae. Swing fucking axe. I really hate it when it just decides that it's not going to work. Nope, he is dead. Nice. Lovely. Of course, at this point, the only thing I can think of when I see blue blood is the Volpone blue bloods from 40K, who are kind of assholes. They are real elitist assholes. Led by a fucking coward. Oh, some of these things are still alive. I may as well get some use out of my shotgun. Come on, stay still. That is a really awkward way to hold this thing to reload it. Ooh, clipboard. Probably has some useful information on it. And really, I'm just switching back to the fire axe before I waste all my ammo. I just kind of want to loot these sewers now. There's probably nothing in here, but I still want to loot them. Because what is the meaning of life if not loot? I just wish I had a map. As usual. Ah, well. So much for loot. Okay, never mind. So that great doesn't work. See you later. See you later, White Wolf. Yeah. Oh. Nice. That's enough blood for now. Nope, no lever there. Oh, this place? This is the worst place in the game? Yeah, no, there's a myth that says that blood inside the body is blue. But human blood is never blue. It is never entirely without oxygen. Even when oxygen has traveled somewhere, there's still a little bit left, and it's still red. I can certainly see why this place might be considered terrible. So far, it's just sort of a pain in the ass to navigate. Wouldn't be so bad if I had a map, but... I thought the falling limbs were another of them. Thing I have a high lock-picking skill. Oh, wait. Ooh, 12 gauge. 9mm. And 38. Nice. I don't really use my guns very often, but sure. I guess this is the way out. Really, this place is full of mini-bosses. Did I just bullshit my way out way too easily, or is there still more to come? I bullshitted my way out way too easily. As usual. So nothing new. Let's see. Yes. Or wait. Oh, I need to keep wandering through to find the Nosferatu. Great. I think I'll just tell Isaac and see if he has any clues for me. Hopefully he does. But probably not.
Evening.
Kingsway, there was a Tzimisce. Notice I used the past tense.
Exceptional. Come by in a little while. I should have something for you then.
Thank you. I had another question.
Certainly.
Yeah, what can you tell me about the Nosferatu?
I pity them, but I loathe their presence. I deal with them when it's necessary. I know they're beneath my city somewhere, but only they know where. They respect my streets, and I keep my politics out of their sewers. But I don't trust them by any stretch.
I mean,
of the
that's
word.
fair enough. See you later, Isaac. Right, time to wander back and see if I can find the Nosferatu. I don't actually know where I am now, though. Which is great. But nothing new. Oh, is this it? Yes. Okay. I should probably take a look at the clipboard and the... Alright, looks like a clipboard from an employee of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, spring 2004. Monday, the 24th. Initial investigations into the reports of the strange sightings in the LA sewers started today. Entered Quadrant 13 and will move into both 14 and 15 later in the afternoon. Quadrant 13 seems normal. Tuesday, 25th. Quadrant 13 is checked out, but heard unidentified noises at various points in both quadrants 14 and 15. Called into dispatch to confirm that no other inspectors were working in the area. There were none. Coordinates noted. Investigation into 16 tomorrow. Wednesday, 26th. Strange noises, undoubtedly some sort of animal. Heard again in quadrant 16. I saw what may have been the animal at the intersection of corridors 63A and 64B, but could find nothing upon further investigation. There were strange prints in the mud on the edge of the corridor, almost hand-like, although it was difficult to make them out in the darkness. Thursday, 27th. More prints found in corridor 73D. They disappeared into what looked like an entrance into an older part of the sewers. Called dispatch to see if they had blueprints of the old sewer section, but they didn't. Requested advice on how to proceed, and dispatch told me to continue with caution tomorrow. Friday, 28th, 8 a.m. Began investigation of the older part of the sewers this morning. Saw again what I believe to be an animal, although I don't know exactly how to classify it. The skin seems bare, almost reptilian. I can hear it constantly, almost as if it's following me, although the echoes down here make it impossible to gauge distance. Friday the 28th, 9:15. Can't seem to raise dispatch on the radio, so unable to check in. There is a smell that has become more and more pronounced as I travel further into the old sewers. Undoubtedly the carcass of an animal washed down here in the last big rain. Investigations continue. Friday 28th, 11:31. Found the source of the smell. It looks to be a human remains. Immediately called dispatch but was unable to reach them. The body seems to be that of a transient, but there are tears. Massive tears in the flesh that indicate an animal may have recently fed upon the corpse. I've noted the coordinates of the body and am returning immediately to report my findings. 28th, 1:22 p.m. I have become temporarily lost in the old tunnels, and repeated attempts to reach dispatch have ended in failure. The animal sounds I heard before have begun to approach again, and I fear that I may be being hunted. As a precaution, I have unholstered my weapon. Friday the 28th, 5:30 p.m. Undoubtedly lost. I may have traveled deeper into the old sewers. Something is following me. I know it. Can't reach dispatch. Battery's running out in my flashlight. God help me, saw creature, some sort of monstrosity, teeth and blood, can't get out, no more light, can't reach anyone, please, oh God, what is the... The writing trails off, spattered with what looks to be blood. It would have been fine if they left it at the last entry. The weird, broken screaming and writing just does not work. Hey, Jose. Yeah, really, the Game Tales stories are what got me into 40K. I was not really big on it beforehand. Now I am, well, at the very least, into the lore a fair bit. Ledger. Looks to be a weekly log of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, 1972. Reports concerning the most recent hauntings in the sewers have prompted the mayor to request a weekly log of all operations in the lower section. 433 log begins today. Nothing to note, although I will say that I find the stories to be unsubstantiated and ridiculous. Both investigative teams this week reported nothing of note, although one individual, who may be apt to nip at the flask more often than not, noted that he heard what he could only describe as whispers in one of his sweeps along Section 476. Undoubtedly, these were the product of an overactive and thoroughly soused imagination. 03:17:72, nothing to report. Operations normal. 03:24:72, things have been hectic, with the recent rash of sightings in sections 498 and 499. Although mostly described as shadowy figures, the reports come from men whose word I trust. Discounting the usual stories about underground societies of displaced vagrants and rabid blind pets, I am at a loss to explain these observations. I will join the teams tomorrow to see for myself what is going on down there. 04:01:72, I have traveled with a team down into the section in question, and I must admit that I saw and heard things that I could not explain. More than once, I heard the same whispers as described before, and I chased what I thought to be a figure down a corridor, only to turn a corner and find myself facing a brick wall. What looked to be an older section of the sewers that had been sealed up. There was no one in sight, although I could have sworn I heard laughter echoing in the darkness around me. I will be forced to report my findings to the mayor himself on Friday. 04:08:72, the mayor has sworn us all to silence concerning these new sightings, but has promised us an answer concerning a course of action within the week. Inquiries about previous LADWP records and reports have met with strange resistance. It seems that they have been sealed for official reasons. Something is amiss down here. 04:15:72. We received word from the mayor today that sections 475 through 500 will be sealed off permanently, and that no further inquiry into the matter will be tolerated. I have a few connections at the front office, and it seems that something like this has happened before. It's something that the city council doesn't want to become public. My contact said he couldn't say any more, and that if I said anything to anyone, he would deny any knowledge whatsoever. 04:22:72. The sewer sections close tomorrow, and the city engineers have bricked up the corridors that led to them. This office falls within Section 482, so it will be closed off as well. As no one has requested the ledgers, all material and records concerning this will be left down here to rot with the ghosts. Sorry about that, but as no official eyes will ever see this, I figured I could wax dramatic on this last day. Log closed. Fair enough. They didn't brick it up all that. They didn't brick it up at all. This is Vampire the Masquerade. Does it say Darkstalkers? It should say Masquerade. According to my stream stuff, it says Masquerade. Although it did try to call it a Darkstalkers game when I was setting it up for some reason. Which... oh. Another of these things. These things are rather pathetic at this point. Nope, can't open that. It should say, I mean, the stream should say down in the bottom. But as I said, it breaks sometimes. It breaks all too frequently, quite honestly. Oh, yay, a dead end. Fun. They really shouldn't put dead ends like that so far down. Why the hell does it say... Let me refresh my YouTube dashboard. Now it's saying that I didn't put in. Yeah. That should fix it. Yeah, Twitch wanted to call it Darkstalkers. YouTube seemed to understand what I was playing, but clearly it was lying. Streaming services don't tend to like me very much. Come on, stay still. Here we go. I'm assuming that I have to get in there. That would make sense. I need to find a way to open that gate. Or, alternatively, find another way around. Fair enough. That shouldn't be too difficult. Nope, not that way. Let's try this one. Oh, that looks about right. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it still shows the wrong game, which is really fucking dumb. Sometimes, Twitch will just flat out refuse to update anything, and it's very odd. YouTube tends to be the less glitchy one, but it's still a fucking mess. Oh god fucking damn it. I hate this place. I hate this place already. Why the hell does it say that I'm playing Darkstalkers? I've never played Darkstalkers. It's never done this to me before. Okay, so none of these 3 ways through work. Great. Let's see. Oh, here's another. Let's try this one. Come on. There we go. Hopefully I'll be able to fix it on the archive, but I have no idea. Oh, is this the same? No, this is a different one. Okay. This is a weird little alcove. Wonderful. Finally found my way through. Yeah, DCP, I think this is exactly where you thought it was. Or at least the entrance to where you thought it was. I have not modded this game. I've just all I have in is the unofficial patch. Whoa. I forgot how glitchy water is. Oh hey, I flushed myself down the toilet. This is an excellent swimming animation. Flawless. What the fuck are my legs doing? Come on. Out of the fucking water. Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck? I did better have saved my game. Yeah. This game is fun, but also kind of a mess. You know? Let's try this. There we go. And now they're stuck in the water. Excellent. Excellent. Nope, that's just the dead end. Come on. There we go. This is also a dead end. I have no idea who hired them to make this game. I would assume Valve, since, I would assume Valve or White Wolf, since White Wolf owns the Vampire license, and Valve might have wanted to show off their new game engine. So one or the other. No. Fucking hell. Come on. There we go. But it was probably White Wolf who owned the Vampire Masquerade license. No, that's not the way through. Of course it isn't. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, I was hoping that I could get through that way. So can I use this as a platform to get up? There we go. Buggers. They seem reasonably clear about which ones I'm supposed to go through. Seems to be the ones that can see the other end of it. At least in this section. So no one's supposed to keep going. Out of sheer curiosity, and also having no idea where I'm supposed to go. There we go. No, if it was EA, they would have if it was EA, they would have completely bought out the studio after it failed to meet expectations. Yeah, it should be down here. This looks about right. Yeah, this place was definitely bricked up completely. Absolutely. This wasn't even slightly bricked up. What the fuck did they mean by sealed off completely? There was a door. White Wolf Fallout would be interesting, and I'm not sure if I would want to see that. Because if I'm quite honest, White Wolf makes some... White Wolf are very hit and miss. That should really be electrocuting everything, but okay. I was really hoping that. Come on. That's just unfair. Come on. This stupid fucking... Oh, fuck you. That was just downright unfair. Oh, and I'm back here. Yay. Okay. I know what to do now, at least. And I know to expect that little piece of bullshit. No! What the fuck? Oh, fuck you! Really, it just didn't let me grab onto the... It just didn't let me grab onto the, ladder that time. Because why would I want to grab onto a ladder that I'm standing right next to and hitting E at? That would save me from certain doom. There we go. Yeah. I didn't mean to hit that, but that did remind me to upgrade my melee. A few more skills for that, and a few more for Blood Boil. Or a few more experience for that, and a few more for Blood Boil. That should mean I'm doing a little more damage with this now. Or not? Where'd you come from? Fuckwit. Not that I really care. I'll save when I get to that drop down. Just switch to a gun for a little bit while my health regens. Or I'll use a blood pack and switch back to my axe. Come on, stop crapping. Swing the goddamn axe. You fucking idiot. There we go. Good thing I used that blood pack, and I'm saving right the fuck now. Before my bullshit luck runs out. Of course, this is me. Bullshit luck is all I've got going for me in life. I do have the chalice now. That is a good point. Ew, that's the place that I have to go down. Ooh, 9. Go in there. What if... What if... Come on, stay in one spot. Thank you, Source Engine. Oh, fuck you, Source Engine. Come on. Oh, come on, that should not... Okay, let's just try two... the platform. That should work. No. Like this. Where to set the platform? There it is. Oh, come on. Went surprisingly well. I was really expecting that to kill me. Or at least horribly electrocute me, but still. And that should help. Okay. Swim in the proper direction. Why am I swimming in that direction? I'm legitimately wondering why it's forcing me off in that direction. Let's try this. No. Okay. Anything over here? No. I need to turn something off. I did turn something off. That doesn't turn. That doesn't turn. So something else that is not immediately apparent. It's not that. Is it back in the... Well, if it's back in the last room, I'm completely screwed. No, nothing down there. No. Hey, I am... Oh, here we are. Cool. How lovely. I hope I can get some new clothes after swimming in sewer water like this. Otherwise, I'm going to have something of a bad day. Okay, janky camera angles. Not this way. So just straight across this way. Or not? Okay, let's try this. Whoa. Let's try this way again then. Two. All right. At least I don't need to worry about air. That's always a plus. Okay. Now I definitely need to go down this way. I need to fill them with water. Of course I do. But of course if I turn the pumps back on, I won't be able to get in here. Great. Am I, what, supposed to turn the pumps on and then sprint? I get the feeling that is what I'm supposed to do. Yay. Timing puzzles. Because that's what I want to be doing in this game. Oh. Control right here. So there's 2 pump controls. Excellent. Nope. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Great. But okay. Please be fast enough. No. No. Come on. I'm so close. No. Ugh. That is true. On the bright side, there was no spinning thing of death. On the downside, this is a Sisyphusian task. I probably butchered that word, but meh. So sprint to the end of this and jump off. Okay. If that was not quick enough, I don't know what is. So that had better have been quick enough. Yes, okay. Wonderful. Wait. The computer does not let me put it on a timer. And I think I went to the wrong... Okay, no, good. For a moment, I thought I went to the wrong reservoir, and that would have been really fucking terrible. This would be so much better if the camera wasn't hell, but the camera is hell. So, there's that. Okay. I think I'm gonna drag myself. Okay. Well, I think that's enough for dragging myself out of the sewers. Big target. Looks like I can use this. Let me just see, what is my ranged combat? 4. Maybe I should bump perception. I hardly use this thing, so I may as well just waste all my ammo on this little fucker. Oh. That was easy. Did I even take a hit? I don't think I did. I should probably switch back to my fire axe. Door. Excellent. Monsters. Not nearly as excellent, but at least they're not a problem. Really? What the? Seriously? That is a weird motherfucker, and I don't want to get too close. More out of a bit of what the fuck factor than... Oh shit, that's a bottomless pit. Actually, that seems like a good place to leave this off. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and other such things. And keeping the chat active. And for tonight, that will be all. I might be back tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Just a quick reminder that I stream, you know, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and throughout the week, if I'm able to. Anyway, I'll see you all later.